Welcome back to the show. We are live Midcoast Studio in St. Louis. Check out midcoast.media for more information. Excited to be joined by the great Akeem Woods in from Los Angeles. He'll be at the Blue Room tomorrow night. He did Helium and Funny Bone this week. What's up, Akeem?
Hey, people. How are you guys doing?
Travis is bragging that we're a progressive show because of your sexual orientation.
Ooh,
and you're a
gay
guest.
brown dude. What?
From L.A.
Not from LA.
Yeah.
Lives in
Live
LA.
there, please.
You're originally from Florida.
We wouldn't be
Yeah.
friends with him if he
Born in
grew up in
Brooklyn,
L.A.
grew up in Florida.
Yeah, you
See,
hear
that's
that?
pretty progressive. Look at
Yeah.
us.
What? How's
For a
that?
red state, we're not bad, huh?
You guys are a red state?
Oh, God.
No, I don't know why I asked that. I've been here.
I was about to say,
I've seen
you've
all
been
the-
here for 2 days.
I've seen
I
all the
think
white
you
people.
understand.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
Yeah.
Just
He's
rain
been
from the ceiling.
stuck hanging out with me. He's like, wow, what's going on?
How's that been?
It's been interesting for them and for me. Like,
Oh, no.
they've enjoyed me. I've not liked them, and it's been
Yeah.
fun.
I was going to say, Mia, he's good friends with the great Mia Jackson and Preacher
yeah.
Lawson was
Oh,
just in
really
here,
good
and
friends.
they were wrong. They thought we'd hit it off and be buddies. And
Hasn't worked out.
Akeem and I have just been,
Yeah.
the
No,
whole
I
time.
cuddled with his dog last night. It was great.
Aww.
Hey, bro,
Yeah.
I thought that was on the down low. I thought it
I
was
forgot what.
That's
No, I've
code.
been on the download in a long time. I haven't been on the download in like 4 years now. I think.
He
Yeah,
did
4
wear.
years.
He didn't wear his "I Love Wieners" shirt in today. I'm a little disappointed.
Oh no, I'm not gonna wear the same shirt twice.
Yeah,
I mean, until I do laundry.
yeah,
Like,
That's
so-
how laundry works?
Yeah. So now I'm not gonna wear that shirt again.
Uh,
April Macy's shirt.
yeah. That's right, Travis.
Have she been on here?
She has not. She
Really?
called in one time.
Okay, because she was just here last week at
Funny
the
Bone.
Funny Bone.
Yeah.
I'm
I
surprised
think
she
she
didn't come in.
sells a lot of tickets, and she has like one or two places she just goes
Yeah.
and
Well, she just did her Netflix special, so she might not.
yeah. may
She
not
probably
even
would
need
have came in if you guys asked, though.
it. Yeah. We'll make
Okay.
that happen next time.
I mean, you could have just asked, but that's
well, I have. Like, and then she's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe.
fine. Okay, well then next
I
time.
didn't
I'll-
want to call her out. but-
Okay, I'll tell her to do it next time.
Okay.
Yeah, although we're not like the best of friends, so that might not matter. I'll get her to do it. Although she did make me stew like 3 times at her house.
Stew?
She makes really good stew.
You ever had anybody make you a
I
stew?
never had nobody.
Yeah, she made me. She's and she bought me breakfast, and then we went to her house. This is like 2 different separate occasions, and then we went to her house in Malibu, really pretty house.
Right.
And she's just like, "You want some stew?" I'm like, "What are we doing?" She's like, "I'm gonna make you some stew." I'm like, "Okay." And then
Oh,
she
wow.
made me some stew, and it was really good.
Gardner, would you like some stew?
Yeah, it was great.
Let's get that knee fixed and get you some stew.
I don't know who wouldn't want stew.
It
Yeah.
was great.
You
And
made
she has a
beef
cute little
stroganoff in
dog.
here yesterday.
Well, I didn't make it. It was
You
pre-made.
ordered it in, right?
I got it at the local grocery store. Got it in with
Because
me.
it didn't look like you made it. It looked
No.
like you just.
I love beef stroganoff though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can tell.
It's an egg noodle with
Is that what it is?
an egg noodle and then
I don't
you
think I've
got
had it before.
beef and then you got
Sounds
you got
white.
that sauce with
Very.
mushroom
white
in
is
it,
it?
but also
But I
sour
like big
cream.
stroganoff. That's not
Do you?
bad. That's not bad. That's
Ooh.
seasoned
Okay.
salt to it.
Well, there it is. Akeem has done. We mentioned Helium last night was a good time.
Yeah, it was super fun.
It was fun. I did like the. Whenever you're dealing with stand-up, you do have some folks, especially an open mic. Something you told me was pretty funny. I
Oh
thought
yeah,
that
because
was
people are stupid. I was doing a show. I did really well for 10 minutes, and then those comics that went up after me, and you can tell they had gay jokes, and you could tell they were trying to figure out how to tell them differently because they couldn't do them the way they wanted to. Because like they're like, oh, if I tell this gay joke that usually crushes, but a gay dude just went up and he killed. They're gonna think I'm homophobic because I am, but I don't want them to think that.
There we go.
Like, yeah.
So yes, and then it kind of
Yeah.
gets to like the crux of the issue we've discussed before. So if you
Better be
like,
good
so-
enough.
But I'm trying to
Yeah.
understand it. Like even if you weren't performing,
Yeah,
like did
they
you
would have
not-
just did the jokes.
So, but did they not anticipate that there may be gay men in the audience?
Well, it's in Missouri, so no.
No, okay.
Yeah, they don't anticipate that at all.
Gay people here?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but they're not coming to y'all's shitty comedy show. Like, they're not doing that shit. So I think, yeah, that's why I say if you have a joke about a disenfranchised group of people that you can't tell in front of the group of people, it's a dumb joke.
It's a dumb joke.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, good
You're-
God, thank you.
And
No
then
one has
everyone was
never-
like,
never
everyone was
not
like,
said
"Oh,
that
we're
here."
so edgy." I'm like, "No, you're not. You're a coward. If
Thank-
you can't do your retarded joke in front of disabled people,
Then you're not good.
yeah, if you can't do your hacky midget joke in front of actual, like it's stupid." And
Thank
most
you.
people who have midget jokes have never seen a midget. Like they
Never.
just know
Never.
that the idea of a midget is
Right.
funny, and they're like,
Yes.
"Here's I was with a midget the other day. Really, you were just casually with one, and you had your pen and paper." I was like, "I was with one." No, you weren't. You're like, I would say 90% of the people, because I've only seen 3.
Right.
And
As a
none
whole.
of, and in each encounter, none of it was like, ooh, a joke. It was just like, oh, this is cool.
It's like Brad Williams is
Yeah,
going up again.
I've seen 3, and I'm not even counting the 2 or 3 times I've hung out with Brad.
Right.
Like, I've seen 3 outside of Brad Williams, and nothing comical ever happened. But for some reason, all these people, they see midgets every day, and they have these long bits. I saw a midget at the grocery store, and what?
And then what?
And then all this stuff happened. No, really? Or did he just get groceries and you're a dick? Like, that's comic. Yeah, so.
But so what? I'm so glad you touched on that because we talked about it yesterday. Like Todd Phillips, he's doing. Of course, he's directed The Hangover and Road Trip, and of course, he's got The Joker coming out this weekend. And he made a comment to Vanity Fair
Still
along
hung
the
up on
lines.
this.
Well, I'm hung up on it because it's, as Gardner pointed out, very lazy. And as you illustrated,
Yeah.
if you can't find a way to make a joke, then you probably weren't good to begin with,
Yeah.
or you're not good at all. So I'm curious. Ever since the Shane Gillis thing, like what are comedians saying now about the so-called
Here's
woke
the thing that I
culture
think
and all
about
this
Shane
other
Gillis. Everyone, like, people are posting, like, he shouldn't have got fired for a joke. I'm like, he didn't get fired for a joke.
Right.
He didn't tell a joke.
Thank you.
He was on the podcast. This was literally, like, 8 months ago. It wasn't 10 years ago, like
Right.
Kevin Hart's thing, which was still a joke.
Right.
He was on a podcast. He called a bunch of people, Asian people, derogatory words.
Right.
He called the dude running for president a mixture of 2 derogatory words. He was
Right.
calling people fags. It's like, dude, those no jokes. You're just being racist.
There you go.
And you got fired. It's like any other job. You get fired for being racist. Like, why are white people surprised they're getting fired? You gotta be like, go back in the closet with your racism. You can't be openly racist anymore. And he's like legit upset about it. And I think what he was mad about is that he didn't get he apologized.
Right.
But then I think SNL wanted him to do like legit actual apology. Like, yeah, that apology that you typed out that
You're
meant
being cute.
nothing.
You're being
Yeah, can you give them a real apology? And I think if he did that, they wouldn't have probably fired him.
That's exactly
But his
what
I
arrogance
said.
was like, I can't apologize for my art. Well, nigga, there was no art.
Thank you.
You just
Thank
called an Asian dude a racist slur, and you called people fag. Like, what art is that?
And that's-
you're just a regular white dude from Boston. Like, you're not you're not being edgy. You're being lazy and
Right.
dumb. And he
Thank
lost
you.
his job, and I'm happy he did.
Yeah,
So-
and I think that's what it ultimately comes down to. Like, I'm so happy to have an experienced comedian
Yeah.
here to actually illustrate.
If
that
he
point
if he would have here's the thing, if he would have did a joke about Asian people, like a joke in his stand up, and
Right.
it bombed, I wouldn't, and it was racist, I'd be like, that sucks. But he was trying to joke, it didn't work. Okay, I'll let that slide. If you say, I don't care about people saying fag if they're trying to tell a joke. I'm like, whatever. The joke doesn't work. All right, go work on the joke.
Right.
But he wasn't trying to tell a joke. He was literally just being racist and homophobic.
Right.
And you can't. People are trying to use like comedian as a scapegoat for the racism.
Right.
I'm like, I'm a comedian, yeah, but that has nothing to do with you being in the Klan, sir. Like, you're in the Klan right now. It doesn't matter if you're a comedian. Like, you're still in the Klan. Like, I don't think if you get a pass.
Which is another question. Would you do a set for the Klan?
Yeah, if they paid me,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
He's like, how attractive are
I
these
might
Klan
probably
members?
live stream the shit. Like, I'm not trying to get, I'm not trying to get killed. Like, I'm not trying to give them 2 points. Ooh, Grand Wizard. They get bumped up. Yeah. Well, they get 2 because gay and brown and maybe Muslim. So that's like, my name's Akeem. So that's like 3 points. I don't need to get someone like a level up. We got one, a trifecta. All right, Bob, you get your new cloak or whatever the fuck. I don't know what they do at the Klan. Whatever they give him.
He gets to sleep with his cousin
Yeah,
instead
he
of
gets-
just his sister.
He gets like a little
Oh.
badge or whatever.
Jeff Dunham's puppets have been getting away with jokes for years.
Jeff Dunham is a terrible person. And I've never met him. He might be the nicest person ever. But I just don't like puppeteers. And I don't like that they're labeled as he's an entertainer. I would never consider him a stand-up.
They put him at the list of like when they do.
Yeah,
the
they give him the
top
list of
10,
like
much
top
money.
10,
19.
they-
Yeah, but do they factor what he gives his puppets? Like, do they factor that into his 19 puppets that he has? Like, because he's
Are they
not
unionized?
Yeah, I'm not racist, but this puppet that I'm making talk is so racist. I'm like, nigga, you're racist. Like, just because you have a Mexican puppet, that doesn't make you Mexican. You're still a white dude being racist. Like,
Could a comedian of color ever do Muppet comedy?
I don't think we'd want to. We're not lame. Like, we're not loser. White motherfuckers are losers in high school, and they're like, oh, I don't have any friends. and they either become a puppeteer or a mass shooter.
Yeah.
Like that's the two things.
Classic paths we take.
And Jeff Dunham picked puppeteer. But if it was either going to be
Jeff Dunham
puppeteer,
was going to be a mass.
He was. Think about the alternative.
Yeah.
The Muppet comic, mass shooter.
Yeah,
There's only two options.
That's what happens for fucking lame white kids who don't get laid in high school. Those are the two paths.
Thank God you got sex in high school.
and he picked puppeteer, and I'm not mad at him. Shit. Imagine if he was a shooter, he'd be throwing his voice to throw people off, and then he'd be shooting.
Where's it
niggas.
coming from?
Yeah, so it's best that he went with
I
puppeteer.
can't believe we finally got a mass shooting joke in there. It took us 4 years, but we
Okay,
finally
well,
got one in there.
I'm here for that, guys.
Didn't Travis just get back from Sesame Street?
No,
That's from
Travis.
the Triangle
Oh,
Sesame.
that's,
This is this guy right here.
that is.
No,
totally
you were
different.
on Sesame Street.
I wasn't on it.
You proclaimed to be the international screenwriting
Well,
head
I
of
was
Sesame
I was
Street.
a
He did a writing
fellow.
fellowship.
You write for Sesame
I
Street.
didn't write the script. I was a fellow. I was
Oh,
learning.
but
He
say,
did a
how
writing
hard is
fellowship.
writing for
Right.
Sesame Street? A B C D
It is
E F G.
pal. It's 50 years on television.
Apple.
Hey, y'all not gonna sit up
Okay,
here
so
and-
wait, are Bert and Ernie really? They're fucking right.
No, hey, listen, y'all ain't gonna disrespect Bert and Ernie
Good
like
question.
that.
First of all, it's not disrespect. I've been fucking, I've been fucking dudes for a long time.
I think their relationship is their relationship, and if they want to express what
long
their
as I don't know
relationship
anything about
is,
it.
they will do so at a time of their choosing. People shouldn't choose or project
Oh,
what
this should
they
be
think
good.
their relationship
I mean,
is.
the two grown
on them.
men in pajamas in the same bedroom. I've been gay for a long time.
First of all,
In your experience, how does that end?
First of
Yeah.
all, you were born in Brooklyn. You know how much rent is. Everybody has a
Yeah.
roommate, and you know how small
Yeah,
those
but I don't
spaces are.
sleep with my. Well, I do if I'm trying to. But like, if my woman was a woman, I wouldn't be sleeping with my in the same room. Like, no.
I think if I understand it correctly, if Bert and Ernie want to share with the world what the state of their relationship
Bert
was,
is which one's Bert? Bert's the yellow one.
yes.
Okay, Bert's a bottom. The
Oh wait!
Yeah.
We don't. I don't.
You could tell by his mannerisms. He likes he feels like he's in control, but he likes Ernie to be fucking him.
Well, you know what? That is your opinion, Akeem,
Yeah, I think it's
and
true.
that's fine.
I think it's true.
But
Kids aren't gonna be watching this shit, right? That'd be weird to just.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I
That's
gotta
not true.
take this phone call.
All
'cause
right.
I'm
Oh, wow.
big
Akeem.
deal.
Oh,
I'll be back,
wow.
guys.
He's gotta go
Akeem
do a
Woods,
real radio
everybody.
show.
Big
He's gotta-
time. Yeah, look out. We do have Akeem Woods on, and if you're going to be in the Springfield area, he'll be at the Blue Room all weekend. He's going to be there tonight with our friend Angela Smith, and then all weekend with our friend Andrew Frank. So, very cool. You all right over there, Gardner?
Yeah, I just love how Travis walked right into you ain't gonna be disrespected, Bert and Ernie.
Right,
I
don't
mean,
be
you walked
disrespected, Bert and Ernie. I'm
right.
just saying,
Yeah,
man.
it felt
It's like
good.
people like to try to project what they think their relationship is.
No, you made it
upon
sound like
them.
being gay was like.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I think if when Bert and Ernie want to express with the
That
world
wasn't
what
very
their relationship
progressive,
is.
as you were saying
Well, look, it's
earlier.
Cocktober
Oh,
month,
it's
so I'm
nice.
using Cocktober words. So excuse me.
Watch your tone with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I will bring it down.
Do you, when was
Ask the president of Finland a question, Gardner.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. I'm trying to think back to a time. You ever go to areas? You probably don't do this. I noticed something like since it's October, we'll talk about it. When you go to like other rural areas where like things like someone other white people, they don't really have anyone else to be mad at, so they still get mad at like other white people for like the way their hair is cut or if a tattoo's showing or things like that. It feels like you're back in time. Did you know? You know what I'm kind of talking about?
Right.
Where you're like, oh yeah, this used to be a thing. Like you used to be like yell at people for not tucking their shirt in because you didn't have anybody else or anything to be mad about. I just wanted to get that thought out because it was been bugging me, and I was like, I saw some of that, and I can't remember. I was like way south of Farmington where I was at, and I was like, oh yeah. Growing up, there
Cape
would
Girardeau?
be things like no, that area that by that I don't know, not Cape Girardeau, but
Advance?
super. No, like Van Buren.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that for a second because I
No,
forgot.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah.
You still have to, like, if what you want to yell at is not there, you have to find something else to yell at. There are people that are just like that.
They are.
Why?
They're miserable and they're not
Yeah.
interesting. Right?
I mean, it seems you would be in that category if that's the case, right? You're just looking for something.
Yeah.
Because look, sometimes you are looking for something, right? We've gotten in those moods ourselves. Like, give me a reason
Right.
to do something. But there are people that are just constantly like that. where it's not on and off. It's more of a, this is who I am. What
Right.
can I? Let's call it outrage, Travis.
Outrage map.
Yeah. So outrage culture is everywhere. It's urban. It's rural. It's suburban.
It's you have a boring life and you're not doing.
Suburban, they're a little more quiet at times.
I think people. I mean, we've talked about this before, and it's certainly something you see on social media a lot. I think a lot of people are also hurt. Like I think a lot of people are also going through a lot of psychological trauma that's been untreated for many, many years.
Oh, that's
and
fair.
I think people haven't found a way to appropriately express it, and I think social media is there. It's easy. It's very accessible. And I think that's why you see people
Hear more
behave the way
voices.
that they do. Like, I mean, you can even go down a list of several people, even those with blue check marks. But I think there are a lot of people that's from what I've noticed from, and again, this is no joke, 10 years on social media, is that people, when they express themselves, especially when they go on their little rants or they want to call something outrageous or be upset about the smallest thing, it's because they are hurt. I think people are truly traumatized.
Yeah,
and
you
have
learn
a
that
lot
as
of
you get a little
internal
older.
Trauma. Yeah, you
if
learn
we could
that.
teach, if you could teach people to think like that when they're
Yeah.
younger, we'd be better off. For
Absolutely.
Sure. I think about people way differently now. Like when somebody really like starts acting up or something,
Yes.
I don't want to just like hit them,
Right.
which I definitely was like, oh, I'll mess this person up.
Right.
They're trying to do something to me. Now I'm like, what motivated this? Where are they coming from? Like what's going on in their
Right.
day right now? Like we sat there and
Yeah.
like think about it. 10 years ago, I think all three of, maybe not all three of us. I think Travis and I, because I knew him 10 years ago. 10 years ago, when the dude stole the Spire truck, I think we would have been on his ass. I think we would have been a little bit harder on
Sure,
him.
definitely.
Now I'm like, I don't know, man. He didn't hurt anybody. Like,
But I think we're getting a
he's
better
obviously got
understanding.
some stuff dealing with.
But
Yeah.
we even see people.
Because he got out and then stole another
Yeah.
car.
And
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He
And I
did it
think-
again.
but-
Yeah.
Is he
it's-
mentally disabled or?
I think that they are looking to. I don't even know if they caught up with him again yet or not.
Yeah.
But I think they were looking for at least an evaluation.
Yeah, probably so.
I think it's become very clear also in our criminal justice system. I think you even hear from
Yeah.
police officers, they'll acknowledge that a good majority of the people that they encounter in certain situations are dealing with some type of mental issue or mental trauma. And I think, again, I think this is why the mental health movement is starting to pick up steam, because you see it evident, obviously, like I said, on social media, but you see it every day in your life. You see it in politics. You see it in entertainment. Like
Right.
you see people who are struggling. And even now, like you made the point about 10 years ago, that guy stealing the truck. Hell, we can use Britney Spears as an example.
Oof.
She was going through a meltdown, and we, as
Look
a
at this- look at
society,
this crazy broad.
right? We did
Yeah.
that, and we kind of made fun of it. Now, I think if we see a person like a Britney Spears go through something similar, I think we now realize, oh,
You're a little more
wait,
careful with it. Yeah.
Wait, no,
Well,
they
we don't
were
do
actually
that.
going through.
Yeah, we realize that, but we don't do that with everyone.
We don't do that with everyone. You're
I
right.
mean, there's
depends.
times
Oh,
where
boy.
we
Oh,
watch a
boy.
public meltdown happen, and we just have to.
And here,
Okay.
look, and here's, but even
You were so excited for that. That was good timing on your part.
and I actually have a fun story to kind of tie that all in. But even you can look at this individual. He's hurt. He's a guy that, if you just know from his history, it's a guy that didn't have the most intimate of relationships with his parents, and it's a guy that was basically
can at least
groomed in a
draw- you can
world.
draw lines,
Yeah, you can
yeah.
draw a line. He was groomed in a world of being this person where you can do no wrong. You're an individual that you're supposed to present power and control at all times, and anything less is considered a weakness. So when you are told that mentally for years of your life, you get somebody like you have right now, and
Yeah.
you continue to reward that behavior also with more power, then you begin to justify that behavior. He absolutely, in his head, he's not out of touch. In his head, he knows he's right. No one has ever told him that behavior isn't ever acceptable. It's always been rewarded.
I am the chosen one.
So why wouldn't you say that? Why wouldn't you say things like, I do the most perfect phone calls. I do the most beautiful
Blood
phone
pressure's
calls.
rising.
Because no, I'm not right. I'm just saying in general, I think we need to take a deeper look as to why certain people behave the way that they do. And once we do that, we can have a better understanding as to why these people get to where they are in life. Donald Trump
he used
had no
perfect conversation yesterday over and over.
Yes.
And he used stable genius again.
Over.
Which I've never met a stable genius.
No.
No, that's not a thing.
That's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
Lot of correlation between autism spectrum and genius.
But even if people even in the world, even if you see, even those who we would regard as geniuses, when they're right, they're not perfect. So the idea that in order for him to be right, it has to be perfect is asinine. So, but again, when you've rewarded individuals with their privilege for doing that type of thing, then you can understand why he continues to do it. No one's ever told him no. This is the first time, this impeachment inquiry is the first time where I think he has encountered a large swath of people saying, you're wrong, you screwed up, here's why.
That he can get by. But yeah.
That he can't silence with a snap of a finger. And the reason why I brought it up, because apparently we've drawn this whole craziness has now brought Nickelback into the fray.
This is the kind of stuff I like to talk about.
This media has been disabled in response to a report by the copyright owner. Reads Twitter messages in place of a video beneath Trump tweet directing viewers to look at this photograph. Apparently,
so Trump tweeted out in all caps, and I don't follow him, but I saw this, and I do agree. It was retweeted and said, "This is hilarious." I don't know what was going on or what it was in response to or anything. Trump tweeted out all caps, "Look at this photograph," and I guess he tagged he used the Nickelback link to their song.
Did he really?
Well, Nickelback did the thing. They did a copyright report to Twitter. That's why it's disabled.
Yeah. So of course, in his fiery press conferences yesterday,
what was in reference to?
He posted a tweet with an all caps curse word and sent another that crossed into copyright infringement. The latter involved a video Trump posted attacking former VP Joe Biden that included an edited clip from the music video for Canadian rock band Nickelback's 2005 hit.
I walk in and you got to talk about Nickelback. Jesus.
Nickelback and Trump.
That's what happens when there's
Double
no
whammy
culture in
when
the
you're
room,
right.
Akeem.
Twitter later removed the video over copyright concerns.
That's hilarious.
He apparently said, "Look at this photograph," in all caps. He had to have been hacked, right? No
Wait,
way.
that's Trump put that?
That's
He
legit
literally,
funny.
From Nickelback. Look at this
Oh,
photograph, and I
that's
guess the
hilarious.
video had the song of Nickelback on there.
What was he talking about?
I
though?
don't. That's what I'm curious.
I'm not sure what
I think
photograph
I think he's
specifically.
just literally panicking because he's like, I'm gonna get impeached.
I think reality is starting to set in to a degree. I think he realizes that I think he's always known he's probably stepped in it. I think in this instance, I think he's realizing.
But
that
also,
the
I think he
walls
has
could
dementia. If we're being honest,
We were talking about
the
the health.
nigga's 90 years old, and he's not well.
He's not. I don't believe. I know emotionally.
I mean,
he's
I don't want
stunted.
Mike Pence to be president, but I mean, it's the less of the two evils. So, and it'd only be for how many months until the election.
Would you perform at a fundraiser?
Oh no.
Do you think
No,
you
I
could kill
could
that?
not.
Would that be a challenge? Do you think you can kill
Actually,
it in
you
a
know what?
room
I
of Trump
might perform at
supporters?
a fundraiser if they didn't if I got to say what I wanted to say, I would then. But if I had to be
censored or you have
whatever,
to
but if I had to
that-
say what I
that's-
wanted to
that's
say,
not
but they
even
wouldn't
really
like
fun.
me.
They
They're like a gay black dude. We hate him for two different reasons. No, it wouldn't. I'd literally spend the whole fundraiser telling Mike Pence we should just fuck because he wants to. That's literally the whole thing. I just spent because he thinks conversion therapy is a thing. Mike Pence is a monster, but I would do a fundraiser.
But isn't that funny? That's how bad it is. A homosexual man like yourself can say, "I would rather have Mike Pence than the guy that's it." That's like the guy who did conversion therapy in the state of Indiana. Is the person you would rather have as opposed to the. That's how bad it's got.
It's so bad. But it's but I'm not surprised. When people are like, "Can you believe that Donald Trump won?" I'm like, "Oh baby, yes." White people have been doing shit like this for years. Why are you surprised? Have you driven through any part? Have you driven through Florida? Atlanta's dope, but have you driven through Georgia? Because that's one city, motherfucker. Tifton, Georgia, no.
Ooh.
Atlanta's great, but anything outside that is hella racist. Alabama's racist. There's
You've
so many
done
racist ass
comedy in
states.
these-
Yeah,
in these states, yeah.
I did a show in Mobile, Alabama where I talked about being gay, and then people got up and left. Because they're like,
Really?
yeah, they're like, we don't support gay people. I'm like, well, you kind of do
Wait.
because you bought these tickets.
Right, you're the ticket.
Yeah.
Wait, so people like physically got up
Yeah,
and
people
left.
got up. Yeah, a table of
Shoot.
like 7 got up and left.
Did you shout snowflakes at them as they walked?
No,
in?
no. I told him. I said something to him, and like, we don't support gays. We think what you guys are doing is an abomination. Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh baby, you do support gays because you spent $10 on tickets. I'm gonna use that money to buy condoms and fuck a bunch of dudes. And it got a laugh from everybody else, and then they stormed out. Yeah, and then the club was like, you can't. Yeah.
Oh man, that is
So-
hot.
You gotta like that.
That is.
Yeah.
So,
Real quick, an update from a listener from Black Sheep. The video was Biden saying he didn't know anything about his son's foreign deals. Then it plays the Nickelback video and replaced the photo the Nickelback guy is holding with a picture of Biden, his
that's
son, and the CEO of the company in question golfing together. So that's pretty funny, right? The
think
Nickelback came into the whole mix of everything.
Well, that's good for Nickelback for getting more downloads. Like,
I
who the fuck
guess.
is listening to Nickelback
Yeah.
anymore?
Oh,
so
man.
that's
They're
so
so rich,
That's
though.
so-
They are
they're-
rich,
They're
yeah.
Canadian. And
They're
that helps.
Canadian?
They're
Yeah,
Canadian.
married to Avril Lavigne, the singer is.
Oh yeah, he's hot.
There it is.
Yeah, I'd sleep with that.
What do we have? We have Make It Racist. We have a video, Gardner, that you wanted to show us, right?
Oh yeah.
It's not the preacher that we're used to. Akeem.
No.
Oh, is it like a really homophobic preacher?
No, this is a
Yeah,
preacher.
here we are just having people shout slurs
was-
at you.
I was crying watching this the other day. This is a preacher who's like speaking in tongues,
Oh,
but
that's a good trick.
he he decides he needs to check his phone while he's doing his whole shtick.
Oh yeah, because the Holy Ghost
Yeah.
is a
So
thing,
he,
but also he's getting a text, and that's clearly
Yeah.
Right.
check his
He
Twitter
does this
followers.
throughout. And he just won't give it up. And then it's like he's reading an article and he just starts he has this thing he does and then
I got to see this.
when he's done he just, picks back up. So here it is.
Here you go,
I
Travis.
pray, deliverance, 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 deliverance. Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. Yes,
And
Lord.
he's checking his phone like, are they buying it? Yeah, they're buying
Yes,
it.
Lord,
Alright.
yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. Karamosharadanda rabasha
Oh,
karabamanda diasa. Uratataratata lamoho shakaya. Yes, Lord, have your way,
Watch
have
him
your
lead in.
way, have your way, have your way.
It's like he's reading what to
Right,
say.
right.
He's like, I can't speak in tongues, but summer nigga, what are we doing? Like,
What
is happening?
Hallelujah.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. What are you doing? Bro, like, he does videos
you see the
on
motherfucker
it.
cleaning the
There's
table?
somebody cleaning the table.
There's someone cleaning the table.
Is he like at a Cracker Barrel and he doesn't know the camera's on him? Why is he doing this? Why is he taking the time in the middle of church to read his cell phone?
Why did he borrow one of my shirts?
Yeah, that's also a good question.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
What?
Is this in front of a live audience?
This is like a live audience, and it's being videotaped.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Oh,
Thank
I
you,
still
Lord.
got the
Thank
phone guy.
you,
Hold on.
Lord God, touch this right now. Touch this situation. Touch this situation.
See,
by the
this
power
is-
of God.
this is-
Touch
this is why
situation
people
by
are
the power of the Holy
Like,
Ghost.
that's- that's
By the
right
anointing,
there.
by
That
the
is,
anointing,
yeah.
by
Because
the
your
anointing,
religion
by
looks
the
fucking
anointing.
dumb.
That's wild.
Because I'm not even atheist, but now I'm leaning towards it. Like, I'm agnostic, but God, maybe I should just go full fledged.
I think
just-
after that
Jesus
video,
Christ.
we all should.
Just
Gee.
lovely.
Do people not
gotta
understand
read.
that big religion like this is a scam? Like, do people not get these niggas are driving jets, but God wants you to donate. God wants him in a jet.
The righteous gemstones have made that very clear.
Have you
as
seen
to,
that
like,
show? Oh my
on
gosh,
HBO,
on HBO, and it's
Danny McBride and John Goodman,
Yeah.
and it's like it
It's-
kind of.
why is it
goes?
so
it talks
good.
about mega church.
Yeah, why do people still go to these mega churches? Like, I don't understand.
Because I've gone to the point. I think it's for a lot of people, it's a very cheap.
I think it's a
form
vanity
of
thing.
therapy.
Buying the way
And
to
vanity.
heaven.
No, you're right.
I think it's a
Don't-
form of
so here's
cheap
the thing.
therapy and vanity.
spiritually, like it could be great.
I
but you don't
think
need, you need four
Godfrey
walls.
made this dope point. I was working with Godfrey a while back, and he talks about it on stage, and he's like, yeah, black churches are they're all in the fucked up neighborhoods and all these black churches. He's like, yeah, that's cool and everything. Why are the neighborhoods still fucked up? He's like, if you guys are giving all these tithes to these black churches in the black neighborhoods, why the fuck are the neighborhoods still fucked up? And people got like really tense because when he starts talking about it, people get tense. But then he makes jokes about it. But he's making really good points. It's like, dude, y'all are giving all your money to these people that are supposed to be trying to help the disenfranchised people in these urban populated neighborhoods.
Right.
And it's like, well, where the fuck is the money going? Why does Deacon gotta fucking Mercedes. Like,
I think especially now for especially our age. Like, I don't know about you, but I grew up in the church. In
yeah,
the
so
sense,
did I.
like,
But we stopped going when my mom got wise to what they were doing.
and then my father's the same way. And then I think our generation's like one of the first to finally confront what the black church has meant and what it hasn't done in the community. And it's
exclusive to black church.
No,
I was just
that's
in
a great-
super rural area
Okay.
a few weeks ago, and I'm driving through, and I'm like, trailer, meth house, trailer. Giant church with super nice cars parked. That were obviously the pastors or whatever.
It's like y'all can't.
They had
clean
like
up your
6 of them in a
neighborhood.
mile, and I was like, "There's only like 1,000 people that live in this
Yeah,
town."
because churches are the biggest scam in the
because
fucking
what they
government.
sell you, like especially like
Because they
let's
sell
say,
fucking hope.
That's exactly what I was going to say. In impoverished areas, rural or urban,
Yeah.
they're selling you hope because that's all you might have.
And
at that
the
point.
thing that makes me so
And
mad
they
about
take advantage of
is why
that.
the fuck do why are black people listening to a book that was clearly written by a white dude, a straight white dude? Like, they depict Jesus as white. Nigga, he was in Egypt.
We've talked
Like,
about
if
it
he was
plenty of
white,
times.
don't you think more? Like, my friend has a joke about this. Jeff Asmus, amazing comedian. He was like, if Jesus was white, don't you think parts of the Bible would be like, hey, man, why are you white? Or like in some parts of the Bible, he would just be like, "Ow, I have a sunburn." Like that. Jeff Asmus's joke, not my joke.
Yeah.
But
That's great.
it's like, dude, and he makes such a like, dude, Jesus couldn't have been white. Like,
It's such and I think what I've noticed, I won't say recently, but certainly over the years, is that conversation is starting to shift. Now, not I wouldn't say drastically, but I think it's for lack of a better term, come to Jesus moments with the black church and the black community, and we're starting to kind of see that.
They whitewashed everything, and people were like, oh yeah, no, Jesus, he was white and long hair and ripped and none of those 12.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I fuck him. And none of his 12 disciples, all of them were straight as well. Not a bunch of motherfuckers in robes wandering the desert together. None of them had sex with each other. And then a virgin got like, no, like, are you guys thinking like a bush was flaming? No, the bush was like
He was on mushrooms.
Yeah, like, dude, everything about the Bible is gay and black, but y'all hate gay people. Like, what are you doing?
How about from a listener, Jamie Moyer, for organized religion's a pyramid scheme. Do I need to draw the pyramid for you, Michael?
No, there's a guy at the top, and then he gives me to sign up 2 more people.
Some dude wrote a book, and he didn't like gay people. He's like, hey, well, I'm going to just casually write this
throw that in there.
Leviticus. And
Oh, man.
you know what? I don't like silk either. Fuck this silk shit. You ain't going to wear no silk. I don't fuck crawfish, nigga. You ain't eating crawfish.
Hey, who doesn't like crawfish?
It was
Oh,
a really sad motherfucker just listing shit that he
Yeah.
didn't want y'all to do.
I hate
And
when my wife's
everyone's
bleeding.
reading it.
Yeah, send her to a cave.
And everyone is just, everyone's reading this sexist, homophobic, racist ass book, and like, oh no, these are the 10 commandments that God pay your tithes, is the 7th commandment for some reason, but we're gonna keep like, I don't know why God wants money.
And let it be tax deductible.
Yeah, like I think George Carlin had a joke. He's like, and he talks about like God always wants money for what? What does God need money for?
That's a great point.
He doesn't need money. Like, really, God needs money? He needs 10% of your income, nigga, for what? Is God struggling financially? Like, if God's struggling financially, who the fuck is God? Like, if he's literally, nah, nigga, I need that dollar though. I need that 10% for what? You got a fixer upper that you got in heaven?
He's working
Like,
on a
you
house,
working on
yeah.
the pearly gates? Like, you're fucking God, you idiot.
Akeem Woods. Akeem, how can people find you on Instagram?
Just type in Akeem, Akeem, and then Woods. Please follow me. I got like. I need more followers.
Yeah.
I don't have enough.
I'll make sure I'm following you. I think I am, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Follow
to get
Akeem Woods
up to
on-
5,000 followers over from this tour, and I'm at 1,680. So any help would be great.
Okay, we got We Are Live and Chris Demon both following Akeem Woods. So be just like me and follow Akeem Woods on Instagram.
Yeah.
Do we want to do Make It Racist? Do we want to knock that out real quick?
Yeah.
We'll save that for another time. We'll do that for another time. Okay, we
what's
got.
make it racist?
It's where Travis tends to shed some light on random.
I keep them woke.
That's right.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Gardner.
Do we
The
have time?
the
I don't
guest
want to infringe
request.
on you, even though I just walked out the podcast for a phone
Just
call.
walked
But
out,
like,
just
You know what?
We'll
Let's
save
do
it
it. Let's,
tomorrow.
okay, we'll save it for tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Guys, look forward to Ian Edwards coming on the show. Give it up for Akeem Woods, everybody. Very funny. And you can see him if you happen to be in the Springfield area or you have friends. Go tell them to see Akeem at the Blue Room Comedy Club. And really, it's been a pleasure hanging out and everything this week.
Yeah, man. I'm going to go take a nap.
Good to have you.
Thanks, guys.
Guys, thanks to Gateway Powder Coating for working with us. Gateway Powder Coating, #1 powder coating resource in the Midwest. Check them out online, gatewaypowdercoat.com for more information. Travis, you got any shout-outs, anything we need to do?
Shout out to Chris Gardner, our producer.
Oh, man, we're going to have to put him
going
down.
through it.
Oh, baby.
After his scooter accident yesterday,
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Do you think anyone got a video of that? Because that'd go viral.
He's
I've been
looking
trying
for us.
to
Trying,
find
just
it,
don't
actually.
encourage him. He's
Okay.
actually
There's a
in
police
the-
camera at one intersection. I've already contacted one of my lawyers.
Ooh, look at you with lawyers.
he has a
I
dream
might,
team. It's a
I might
dream.
contact a few businesses along the street.
Yeah, dude, go viral, man.
Yeah.
And
I
then
wanna
then
see-
start a GoFund and they'll pay for your shit.
I want to see
That's a
what
good
my
point.
body did. That's
Because
kind of
we-
what I want to see.
Yeah, because we don't have insurance. I'm
Yeah.
speaking for me. I'm sure you guys are doing fine.
Oh, boy.
So shout out to my producer, especially for making it in today because he's hurting.
Yep, don't miss any shifts. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate
I'm
it.
looking forward to an opioid addiction.
Oh, no.
I mean, it is that time.
That's the next one.
It's about that time.
I've
It's
been
an opioid.
sober for 6 years off alcohol.
Time to move
Let's
into
move
that.
on to pills.
I don't
Yeah,
think I like
big
that.
boy drugs.
Yep, that's right. Guys, again, follow Akeem Woods on Instagram. We have comedy tonight. 6 o'clock is when we normally do the happy hour shows. Cardinals, we're going to do it at 7 o'clock tonight. And then an 8:30 show at Gaslight Gastro Pit. Come out, see some great comedy tonight for free. And also our friends Lucero are playing it off Broadway if you want to pop by there too. For Gardner, for Akeem Woods, for Travis, for everybody else, thanks for tuning in. We're back tomorrow live with Ian Edwards, 8 a.m. We'll see you then.
Peace.